wives might be unattractive and out of shape. Now, I know the popular answer to this one. Didn't he love them when he got married to them? Is it all about how they look? And that's a dumb answer. Let me be blunt. That's a dumb answer, right? So this woman says, please advise men to learn how to pleasure their wives. Trust me, 90% of married women you see cheating are doing it because they don't get satisfaction from their husbands. These men are too focused on making money and satisfying their side chicks instead of their own wives. Okay. I used to be in this WhatsApp group of married women sharing their sexual woes. It got to a point that women were encouraging others to cheat and also turning into lesbians for pleasure and satisfaction. I had to get out of that group because of my mental health. I heard stories of men ignoring their wives in bed. When you touch him, he will say he is so tired after the day's work. But he will wake up the next day, go to work or market, then close early to go and dig. She said, nah, dig. Go and dig their side chicks before coming home. And when they come home, they tell their wives that they are tired. This one is spicy. In all honesty, right, marriages are a deal. They are a deal. That's what they are, right? You know what it means to tell somebody that you want to be with them till you die and you want it to be exclusive to you? Do you know what that means? What you're saying is your needs will be met by me. And these needs obviously include sexual needs, monetary needs, emotional support. All those things are involved, right? That's what you're saying. It is a deal at the end of the day. So in a situation where you don't fulfill one or two or three of those deals, you're at fault. That's the problem. That is an issue. Do you get what I'm saying? Because what you're saying is, let's be exclusive. You're not in an open relationship where the partner can go out and fulfill his or her desires. It has to be both of you, right? So in a situation where you don't fulfill your partner's desires, you are breaking that deal. That's what you're doing. It is a deal. In traditional homes, there's obviously an exchange of nurture from the woman's part, nurture in terms of the house, the family, the husband, the children, and then financial care from the man's part, and then from both ends as well, emotional support. That's how traditional homes are generally, right? Even though now, in more modern societies and more modern relationships, they try to interchange it and it ends up crashing. But let's not talk about that one. That's how it is in general, right? So I 100% agree with the fact that those men need to satisfy their wives. They need to. It is a deal. That's what it is. But at the same time, I can never justify cheating. Like, I don't care what it is. Split up, but don't cheat. I've talked about it so many times on this channel. You see a lot of red pill channels talking about how like men are polygamous, so they can sleep around, but women should not sleep around. Yeah, no. Us as guys, right? We're talking about a woman controlling her hypergamous nature, right? Which is that dire need of just being desperate to find the best man out there, to the point that even when you find one and you see a better one, you can dump that one for the next one. We're talking about how hypergamous they are and how they need to control it. Then we need to take some responsibility as well and control our polygamousness, if that's even a thing. You get, we need to be able to control that aspect of ourselves. So cheating, to me, regardless of the party that is doing it, is unjustifiable. So now let's look at a few reasons why the men or a man would be uninterested in having sex. The first one could be, according to what the woman said, which is he's busy with work. And my reply to that is, at the end of the day, financial provision is obviously a part of the deal. Abi, most likely in more traditional homes, from the man's end, it's part of the deal. Get some, get your bread and take care of the family. But still, that's not the only obligation you have in a marriage. So you can't use one obligation to overshadow the next one and be like, since I'm making money, you have to stay on your own, and just let me do my thing. We get that you are making money, right? But you still have other obligations. It's like if the woman, maybe you need your sexual desires met as a guy or as a man, then she tells you that she's taking care of the baby or taking care of the children. Obviously, taking care of the children is right and is the right thing for her to do, Abi. But still, she can't foreshadow her other obligations and use I am taking care of the kids, as an excuse. It's the exact same thing that those men are doing by saying I'm busy and I'm tired from work. You still have to make out time. I don't care how much of an entrepreneur you are, right? You still have to make out time for those other obligations, or just don't get married. Look at Dangote. Is Dangote married? He's chilling. He's a businessman. He's the richest man in Africa, right? He's not married. He's doing his thing. You get? So if you want that kind of life, then live that kind of life. Don't choose a marriage because the rules under a marriage is very, very different. The second one might be the wives might be unattractive and out of shape. Now I know the popular answer to this one. Didn't he love them when he got married to them? Is it all about how they look? And that's a dumb answer. Let me be blunt. That's a dumb answer, right? Every human being, right, has superficial things they like in another person. I'm not saying you go into marriage for plainly superficial reasons, but you can't go into a marriage and not have some superficial things you like about the other person. The person can be very tall. The person can have long hair. It could be money. There's always superficial things you like in the other person. So if you disregard all these things, instead of looking your best, being in shape, dressing good, and say last now my husband and he go love me, then you're just jonesing. Like, you're deceiving yourself at the end of the day. It's like if a man wakes up and says, I have no money to my name, I'm 29 years old, but I want to get married and I want my wife to love me, even though I can't really buy a house or a car or take care of the children, I still want her to love me. That's delusional. So you're not going to be fat and out of shape and just unattractive and be like, did he not love me when he got married to you? If he was stark broke when like you guys got together, you probably not have given him 2 seconds to even talk to you. That's the sad truth. That's the sad truth. That doesn't make you a bad person, but that's something you should have at the back of your mind to know that once you're in a marriage, the work hasn't ended. The work continues or just begins, if I'm not mistaken. You need to stay in shape if you're a woman. You need to get your money up and also stay in shape if you're a guy. That's how you maintain relationships. You don't just go in and think that that's the end. That's not the end. And it's also somehow selfish to think that you can just present yourself anyhow and your partner, whether a man or a woman, will like you. That's selfish. And the third reason why the men might not have just been interested is because they might have just been cheats, which sucks. I already talked about how cheating is wrong no matter who does it, right? But there's something I want to talk about that I saw on that testimonial, right? The woman commented about her husband or about their husbands digging other women and coming back home, right? And the funniest thing about that line, and something that I feel like every guy knows by now, is she clearly can accept the fact that her husband is being promiscuous. Like, she can accept the fact that, okay, I know, say, this guy now, this is my husband, when he goes out, he sleeps with other women before he comes back home. She has it here, and she's still okay and willing to sleep with the man. Guys, no, if you don't, we just can't do it. Like, and that's a fundamental difference between men and women. No matter how much we want to be, woke and just more aware and stuff, it's just a fundamental difference that most women can stand promiscuity, and most men absolutely cannot. A man is not going to say, oh, she keeps on denying me sex, but every time when she goes out, she'll sleep with other men. When she comes back and I'm asking her, she'll be like, a man can't say that. If he finds out, even if he's a chronic cheat, he will still chase her out of the house.
She belongs to the streets.
It sucks. It's not fair. But like, that's male and female dynamics for you. It is not balanced. We have different strengths and different weaknesses, and that's what this channel is about. So you need to be able to understand what these differences are and make them work, or at least just understand them. If you like the video, definitely hit the like button. This is a self-improvement channel for Nigerians or for anybody who can relate to my type of content. So if you like videos like this, hit the subscribe button. Also, I think the next video you should watch is the video that just popped up on the screen. The name is Should Nigerian Guys Be Emotional with Their Girlfriends? So click on that video and I'll see you guys in the next one. It go be.